Well, it's getting about that time of year, Tren. We're about ready for pep bands. Welcome, folks, to the Tiger Sports Show, where we make a quick run around everything going on at Hastings High Sports and sometimes otherwise. I'm Greg Mays, and I've got my faithful co-host and little brother, Tren Mays, with me. How's your day been, Tren?
It was long. It was interesting. I saw the accident on the overpass when I was going into Casey's.
You caused the accident
No, I
on the
saw the
overpass?
accident.
God, okay.
Yeah.
And well, you were supposed to be going bowling today, right? What happened?
Yeah. My
Unified
day
bowling.
started getting kids to school, and uh, Baltimore was backed up from 14th Street all the way over the tracks and to the North Shore turn. That's how far Baltimore was backed up. And then Baltimore got shut down due to an accident. So the only way into town from the north was the Elm overpass, clear on the east. Yeah, we were supposed to go to Unified Bowling today. We got on the bus. We sat for 15 minutes. Mrs. Douglas was out there with us. She was going to go over. They did a really good job.
Okay, well, we should mention that we're recording this on Tuesday this week because of scheduling problems. And the problem, Trent, is we're going to put this out on Wednesday like normal. But on Wednesday, isn't that when bowling's rescheduled?
Yep, we'll do it all again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So we sat on the bus for 15 minutes. Mr. Schneider made the call and said we needed to stay home. And it was great that our administration looks after the kiddos. And honestly, we didn't know how we were going to get out of town to the north because options were very limited that early in the morning.
What about the old overpass? Couldn't you just take the old overpass, Trent?
The old overpass does not exist, and we might get stuck on the tracks.
All right. I forget about that. I still try to go that way ever so
the
often.
Kids are geared up for tomorrow. They practiced real hard. We've seen all the teams, and we're hoping to bring home a district championship to the pep rally on Thursday. So,
that'd be great. What do we need to do to qualify for state? Is it only district winners?
They take the district winners, and then they'll take the next 6 top scores.
Individuals.
Yeah, the individual team. So this is all a team. They'll roll Bakers.
Oh, okay.
We'll roll a Baker where all 4 of them will roll.
4-person teams.
Yeah, and then we have an alternate, and they'll decide what to do there. And we're very skilled. We were hitting 200s on Monday at practice and 150s and close to 100 with some of our skills kiddos. And
all right.
So we're excited, ready to go. We've seen all the teams. We just got to get there and in the morning and ride the hour and have fun and come home and hopefully have some good throws and knock down some pins.
Hoist it. Have you practiced with them how to hoist the trophy?
No, but I did tell Zach Just, who is one of my favorite kiddos, that we're going in for one mission to get Mr. Mays on the back of a state tournament shirt. So.
Yeah, that would be cool.
A little hidden motivation for Coach Mays, and he has a nice little nickname for me. I said he could put a sticky note on mine with his nickname, and I won't repeat the nickname. But
all right, well, folks, if you're watching the show, districts have already happened, so check out at Hastings Tigers Twitter, and producer Tate will have all the results for you, I'm sure.
Because I'm gonna send them to him, and hopefully we have some great pictures.
All right. Well, are you fired up for winter sports, Trent?
Gotta be, because it starts Thursday.
All right. Well, I thought we'd start talking about wrestling. Our team from last winter that came razor thin close to winning a state championship, finished state runners up. Coach Laux and the wrestlers, and we got some wrestlers coming back that looks pretty good, Trent. I don't know a lot about wrestling, but
we got the Widener kid. We have in court. We got some people that did really well at state. Brumbaugh.
By my count, we've got 5 medalists returning.
Yeah, and then they're filling in some holes on the upper weight class with some football players. One in particular, I'm getting bad with names. Kellen Jones, yeah, and then he's new to wrestling, so he's the one I mentioned a couple weeks ago that he was so excited for the first day of wrestling practice.
All
Then I
right. Well,
found out,
here's the returning wrestlers I've got. Cameron Brumbaugh was fourth at 106 pounds, won 41 matches, Trent. The number of matches these guys won just
oh
blows
yeah,
my mind. They
I
wrestle
think
so much now.
I think
Tucker,
Cam will move
Tucker
up.
Adams was
Yep,
sixth at 120. Dude,
yeah,
is that Greg's kid?
yeah, it's Greg's kid.
All right.
Yeah.
Braden Court, who's in my class, was second at 126.
Yep, I coached
EJ
him.
Johnson, who was in
Yep.
my class, was fifth at 138. And Landon Widener, who's in my class, was state champ at 152, 48 and 0, Tren.
Oh yeah, the Wideners. That's a big wrestling family.
Have
They
you
have
ever even been 48 and 0 in a video game, Tren?
no, I have not.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. 48 and 0. All right.
No.
Well,
We're looking for good things. I think. Do they have a big meet? They usually go to Kearney or.
they'll get going, Trent. I thought you might have looked at the schedule.
No, I've been a little busy.
All right. Well, we'll check that out later. My big worry is three of those guys are in my class now, and they're
Wow.
state medalists. So now, if they fall off, it's probably my English class's fault. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on that.
I know the coaches are excited about the bigger. They've filled in some bigger weights. Kellen's going to wrestle about 220. We always seem to have a bunch of little guys. We don't seem to have, since Pape left, we don't have as many of the bigger guys. So,
well, hopefully those guys can fill in. It's the schedule is this: Friday, a duel with Kearney. Those boys over in Kearney, they know the rules of wrestling, so that'll be a battle. And then we go to the Cozad Invite on Saturday. So by the time we do this show next week, we'll have some wrestling results.
Yes, we will.
All right. Next thing we should talk about is bowling. Year 2 of the bowling experiment at Hastings High School. And the boys last year made it to state. They lost in the first round at state, but only in, maybe you know the name of it. I mean, I call it overtime.
They had a bowl off.
A bowl off.
The funny part is I think Coach Theo Harris is probably a little steamed about this. They did not know what to do when we tied Grand Island Northwest. So they had to, I think they might have developed the rule on the fly, but we didn't. We got the short end of the stick on that one.
Well, Coach Theo Harris always just takes things like that in stride.
Yeah. So
yeah, officials make a mistake.
The boys did really well. GI Northwest played Grand Island Senior High in the finals.
Yeah, so that was a team in the finals that we took to the
and they ended. Yeah, and it was a good showing. They have a lot of bowlers. We're borrowing a few of them right now. Ethan Crecelius. I have another guy in my comm arts class.
And Levon Handler.
Yeah, Levon, and then there's one other senior. So they're very senior laden.
Yeah, and Levon and Ethan were the guys. They're coming back with the most experience. I think.
Definitely
leaning on them early.
And then they have some young bowlers that are in the 8th grade that are. I think Tiger Bowling is going to be very at a high level for not just this year, but in the following years.
All right. Well, and watch out for the girls this year. The girls were district runners up last year to Lexington, but they've got their top 3 scorers back. Senior Winter Martin, junior Tanya Chavez, and junior Kaylin Schaefer. By my count, they're all back.
Yeah, Winter's bowling on the unified team.
All right.
She does a really nice job. She had a bunch of strikes. Now, Ethan, I waited yesterday just to see when Ethan was going to miss a strike. He was up to 5 in a row, and then he finally missed one. Winter was up to like 4 at one point. So they're very skilled in the bowling. I'm still learning. I know what the Baker is now, so I'm trying to pick up things. And we got to close. Ethan taught me yesterday that we got to close those back ends of the frames down.
Yep, you got to close your frames, Tren. So, they taught me that at Hastings High PE. Didn't you get taught bowling in Hastings High PE?
I don't think we took Hastings. I don't remember bowling.
You walked over to bowl, didn't you?
Yeah, well, when I had to go bowling with my kiddo last year, we drove over for sophomore PE.
I remember walking over with PE classes. All right. Well, the swimmers, what is this, about the 3rd or 4th year of the co-op with Adams Central and St. Cecilia?
I think so.
Yeah. And It's been longer than that? All right. It's been going longer, says producer Tate, who's actually live and in person in my room again, Trenner.
Yeah, I know. I saw
Uh,
that.
all right. But we got the boys and girls teams coming back. The girls probably have a little more firepower coming back. They finished 19th in the state. And I know we're used to competing at the very top, but remember, swimming's one class, and you got a lot of teams in Class A who are two Class A teams
Yeah.
co-oping. So
Then
we're a very small team. They finished 19th. Our top swimmer coming back is Abby Fish, who played softball for us a long time ago. You remember Abby on that little light blue softball team?
Oh, the little blue girls.
Yep, the little
Second
blue
grade
girls.
softball with Kelbell.
Yep. And so Abby's coming back. She finished 7th in the 50 free and qualified in the 100 free last year. So, getting somebody into that top final, that's a big deal for Abby Fish. And then we've got a big chunk, I think, of our 200 free relay team coming back. Abby was on there, Izzy Cerveny, and then I think a couple Adams Central girls, Kaylin Musil and Abby Louder. But I think they're all back. So I think the girls should maybe have a little more power. The boys finished 21st in the state last year, and they lose Jason Haase, who was kind of, I don't know, you don't call him a lead dog in swimming. What do you call him? A lead dolphin, Tren?
I don't know, but he was a tough-minded kid,
Yeah.
and he could swim and do that thing. He could do that. So
Yep. Max Ferris is coming back as a senior. And then I think we got a couple AC guys who are on our 200 free relay at state, Lepovsky and Louder. I think they're back too. So they'll be looking for a fourth relay person there. But Coach Scribb, he's getting them, he's getting some miles in for him, don't you think, Trent?
yeah, and they're going to get the definitely. We coached him, and he's a great coach, and they're going to get the pool edition next year when the Y's done. And
Yeah.
I heard the water's a little cold. I have an inside source.
Well, is the Y even totally inside now? I mean, they're doing
Uh,
construction. I mean,
well, the
it might be
Y
an outdoor
pool is
pool.
open. The Y pool is open, but I've heard the water's a little cold right now. I'm
Well,
curious if Coach Scribb's trying to get faster times out of him by.
that'll just toughen up the Tiger Sharks, Trent. That
Yeah.
just toughens them up. All right. I think that just leaves basketball, Trent.
We didn't talk about girls wrestling.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what to talk about. I know
We'll have to wait
girls.
until the preview edition comes out
Okay.
the next couple of days for that one, because I know Coach Leneski's running that with the co-op with Adam Central. He's been in this area in the whole state. Coach Leneski's top wrestling guy in my book, so he's near the top. So
I'd say near the top, but
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get out and watch those girls, and then we'll know a little bit more of what's going on there. You're right. I left them off the list. A brand new sport. New sports are happening around here so fast, Trent, I can't keep track.
Yep.
All right. What about girls basketball? What do you think?
I know they had a scrimmage Saturday with Minden.
Minden's going to be good, Trenner.
Yeah, I know. Minden only, the rule. Minden only schedules this when they are good.
Yep, exactly. Minden only calls when they've got some horses, and they've got some horses. The girls and Coach Vanderpool are going to be relying on Emma, I think. Emma Sinek, their only senior. Emma Langren will be back as a junior, one of our top rebounders last year.
Emma Langren's only a junior?
Only a junior, Trenner. Don't try to age her.
I thought she was a senior.
Nope. We do have a bonus senior, though, Anna Brandt coming back.
Oh.
For basketball. So we'll see. Now she'll be rusty after a year off. So we'll see what Anna can get done there.
Wait a minute. Are you sure? Are you sure Emma Langren's only a junior?
Yes. She was a sophomore last year. You know what order they go in, right? Freshman, sophomore, junior.
Yeah, my brain's a little mushy, but so that means she'll be back for softball?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought she was a senior. I blew that. So
well, you definitely blew it.
I'm not
all right.
paying attention.
Well, Emma and Emma are going to have to step up. They didn't carry a lot of the scoring load last year. They did a lot of the dirty work and the rebounding. They're going to have to score. They're going to have to score a little bit. Some young girls are going to have to step up. We'll see. I know they've had some injuries they're battling, but it's going to be a work in progress for the girls this year.
Do they have the defending champs in the first month, or did they move the Elkhorn North game?
It's moved a little, but they've got Scott in the first month. They got They got plenty of
Ouch.
good teams. Yeah.
We'll learn.
Well, but Thursday they're not starting with a team like on a 104 game win streak. So I mean,
Okay.
this is like an easy schedule for
Yeah.
Hastings girls basketball. Seward comes to town Thursday night. We got the best of them last year, but they had a good JV, and they played pretty well. I think they beat Lincoln Northeast in their Hall of Fame scrimmage. So I think you're going to see a pretty good Seward team. All right, what about boys basketball? What do you know about the boys, Trent?
The boys scored over 50 points. They beat Minden on Saturday. They did it without the power kid. I saw the stats really briefly. They hit 16 threes. I think they're going to live and die.
How many did they shoot?
48.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's still 33%.
Yeah, well, that's what he wants. That's what
33%.
Coach D was saying when I saw the stats. That's what he's looking for. They moved it in and out. They're playing a lot of young kids. They at least had 2 sophomores in the starting lineup. Eli Schneider.
Well, and he played last year.
Yeah,
he came in as a shooter last year, and physically he looks like he might fit on a varsity floor a little bit better this year. He was an itty bitty thing last year.
Yeah, and then they got Cooper Cole, another sophomore, and then they got and then they have the big guy that played in the 90s, his kid. Parker Ablett. Yeah, Parker. And that's another starter. And then they got the Donovan kid who
Aaron Donovan, senior.
Yeah, he committed to Doane. I saw him shooting threes with the rebounding machine in PE today. I wish we had that rebounder when I was here.
That would have been good for your shot.
I would. Then I wouldn't have to. I'd actually maybe make them in the net instead of making them in the hoop. So, they got guys back. They finally, I think, third year. They're getting into third
year for Coach Danielson. And I tell you, the power kid can be a good back to the basket player.
Yeah,
that we haven't had in a couple. Yeah.
And then they have the brothers. Not good with names right now. There's 2 brothers that transferred in. Block. But the tall one's a senior.
Oh, yeah. They got Hampton.
They have really good post size. They're really tall in the middle. So,
well, I tell you, anybody with any association with Hampton knows how to play basketball, Tren.
Yeah, and I know they're excited. So seriously, they open with Seward at 7:15 on Thursday, and Coach G will have them fired up. And
then both teams travel to Crete on Saturday. They get Friday off this year.
Yeah, so that helps.
All right. Well, next week we'll have opening results from I think every team, and we'll know a little bit about what we're going to see this winter.
And we have the pep rally on Thursday. So
Are you performing? Are you performing something Thursday?
No, I'm hoping we have something to celebrate with a district championship.
I guess that you're just doing that. All right. Hey, don't forget, Trenner, that swimming hosts their invite this Saturday. They aren't home very much. No. So people will want to get out there Saturday, early morning, see the divers and watch the Tiger swimmers, because you don't get a lot of chances to see them at home. So that's Saturday, Tren.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're not going to do Tiger numbers game this week, Tren. I think we ought to work through, the rest of the numbers are a little sparse. I think we should work through next week as many of them as we can.
Yeah.
Okay. And see where we get with that. And then maybe we'll come up with a new game to play. I kind of think we need to play Tiger Mount Rushmore.
Oh, that would be really interesting.
All right. Well, until we get to those games, Tren, you got the last word.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. See you next week, folks.